I hope that Omar Ilhan leaves Congress. I hope so many people in America ask her to step down legally. Like, I hope that they just legally ask her to leave. That's my hope. That's my hope. Because she doesn't represent my America. She doesn't represent my America in my view. She's anti-Semitic. And her subtle and direct hate, dislike, disdain for Israel makes me sick to my stomach. The fact that she came here from Somalia and she hates Israel and she's as much of a hater as she is just makes me sick, man. It really does. I'm not going to sit here and use profanity in this particular podcast like I usually do. I'm just being honest, man. It disturbs me that people like her are actually in U.S. Congress, and it doesn't have anything to do with their gender, because I'm from a matriarchy. I was raised by a bunch of women. My dad was never around, so I was raised by a bunch of women, and I have nothing but the utmost respect for women. 100%. I don't like her because I'm Judeo-Christian, and I don't know if you know this, but my entity, what I've been doing for the past more than quarter of a century, my icon for what I do, the symbol that I've been associated with for more than a quarter of a century, since I was in high school as a young adult, is the six-pointed star, Star of David. I'm Judeo-Christian, man. I was raised up in the church. And Israel is an ally of the United States, plain and simple. And Israel's talked about in the Holy Bible, which I read as a youth, as a child, growing up in the church. God found favor in Israel. If Omar Ilhan is Muslim, I read the Quran. And in the Quran, Muslims don't like infidels. Basically, they don't like anyone who's not Muslim, according to the Quran that I read. Now, other people may tell you something totally differently. Someone may say that Islam is about peace, this, and that. But I read the Quran, and I know the truth about Islam. And what I'm saying is this. In Islam, anyone who isn't Muslim is considered a non-believer. I'm not even going to go on a tirade. People can say whatever they want. They can tell you that Islam is a religion of peace and all this kind of stuff. In the Quran, what I read is that anyone who doesn't believe in Islam is a non-believer. So, in my Bible that I read, it says that God found favor in Israel. Period. Plain and simple. If Muslims don't believe the Bible, I don't believe the Quran. So, if you want to go tit for tat, an eye for an eye, the mere fact that Omar Ilhan is in our U.S. government and she's anti-Israel and I'm Judeo-Christian, I hope to God ultimately she's asked to step down. She doesn't represent my country in my view. You can't represent the United States and be anti-Israel. You just can't do that. It's a misnomer. It's an oxymoron. So if anyone wants to know, I'm one Sir Grove, and everything that I've said is 100% accurate.